You have the career, the family, the responsibilities handled. By every measure, you did everything right. So why does it still feel like something is missing? As a pharmacist, a wife, and a mom, I found myself asking this question more than I ever expected. If you've ever felt guilty for wanting more, even though your life looks good on paper, this video is for you. Let's talk about something that most women won't say out loud. You are grateful and genuinely you know that your life is good. You also understand that some people have it harder, but underneath that gratitude, there's this quiet voice, a restlessness, a feeling that you are made for something more, but you just can't explain it yet. And instead of listening to that voice, most women do what we were taught to do. Push it down, stay grateful, and keep going. Because wanting more when you already have enough feels selfish and ungrateful. But what if it isn't? Here is what I've come to understand about myself and about so many women like us. Most of us didn't build our lives based on what we wanted. We built our lives around what was needed. Think about it. From a young age, most of us were taught to be responsible, to work hard, to achieve, to make our families proud, to be strong, dependable, and keep things together. We built careers, we raised our children, we showed up for everyone that needed us. We optimized our lives for survival, responsibilities, and approval. Not for desire or fulfillment, and definitely not for ourselves. So now you are standing in the life that you worked so hard to build, and it is good. But something is still missing. That's not ingratitude. It is the result of never asking yourself this question. What do I actually want? Not what your parents wanted for you, and not what your role as a mother and a wife demands. Definitely not what looks successful from the outside, but what do you want? For many of us, the question is terrifying because genuinely we do not know the answer. A little bit about my background. I moved to the United States in my mid-20s. New country, new life, new responsibilities. I got married and started a family. And somewhere along the way, I made a decision that completely changed my path. I decided to go back to school and pursue pharmacy. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Those years were hard. There were days I was studying for exams, driving long hours back home over the weekend just to spend a little bit time with my family and then drive back because I had an exam the following morning. I was taking care of my kids, managing a home, and barely sleeping because I had to get back to school in the morning because I had an exam to take. I thought about quitting more times than I can count. But I kept telling myself, once I get there, I'll feel fulfilled. And eventually, I did get there. I graduated pharmacy school as valedictorian, proceeded to complete my PGY1 pharmacy residency, started working and built a stable life. I had everything I once prayed for, but yet I still felt restless. Nothing was wrong with my life, but something within me knew that there was still more, like I was not living to my potential. I had a great career. Things were going okay. From outside, everything looked perfect. But within me, I was still yearning for more. And I think a lot of women know this. When you spend years taking care of everyone else, being responsible, showing up, and doing everything that's expected, you begin to slowly lose sight of who you're becoming. I remember sitting quietly one day and thinking, is this it? There was this calm, honest realization that I'd spent so much energy trying to become who I thought I needed to be that I'd lost touch or track of who I actually was. I had been focused on doing everything right that I'd forgotten whether right was actually right for me. And that was the beginning of my reinvention. I had an honest conversation with myself, and what I found on the other side changed everything for me. Wanting more doesn't mean that something is wrong with you. It doesn't mean that you're abandoning your responsibilities. For me, it meant becoming stronger, building wealth, using my voice, creating impact, deepening my faith in God, and showing my kids what growth looks like. I want to offer you a different way of looking at that feeling, that restlessness that is within you, the inner quiet voice that says there's still more. That is not a problem. It's not you being difficult or selfish or ungrateful. It's your inner soul asking for more. It means the life you're currently living and the woman you're becoming are ready to finally meet each other. It means you've outgrown the version of yourself you built out of obligation, and there is a fuller, truer version awaiting. Wanting more doesn't mean that what you have isn't enough. It means you are enough, and you know it. So here is what I want to leave with you today. Stop treating your desires as a character flaw. Start treating them as information. Ask yourself honestly, what do I want my life to feel like? Start there. If this resonated with you, leave a comment below and tell me, where are you in this journey right now? Are you in the everything looks fine but something feels off stage? Or have you started listening to that voice? I'd love to hear from you. And if you're ready to go deeper, subscribe to my channel and watch more videos, because reinvention doesn't start with a plan. It starts with what we just talked about. See you soon.